Even at the core of business, product designing is a major one. At this time, we have joining us now a product designer. Ejike Jude joins us virtually from the UK, and we're discussing designing the future. But in this case, I guess we're talking about products. Hi, Ejike, good afternoon. Please start by telling us how important is product designing in the issue of marketing, especially at this time when everything has technology, ICT, and AI?
Thank you so much for having me. Product design and marketing goes hand in hand. Firstly, we need to actually understand what product design is. So it's our job as product designers to make sure that digital tools are easy to use, it's visually appealing, and it solves problem. So in the area of marketing, especially in the area of being omni-channel, it's our jobs as product designers to ensure that whatever channel or whatever journey a customer is, it's seamless. So take for example, you're using your banking app. I want the experience at the banking app and the experience at the bank to be seamless. So it's our job as product designers to design that seamless experience. Another example would be something that's very common in the UK, experiential marketing. So you go to stores and say, for example, you have a skin condition and you go to stores, you have these amazing machines there, and you just scan your face. It takes facial recognitions and scans and tell you what skin conditions you have and propose skin solutions for you. And in other areas as well, we see companies like Nike, we see companies like Adidas incorporating product designs into their marketing. And in terms of AI is here to stay. So it's our job as product designers to actually improve in our skills, work together with AI, and just see how we can create a better place for everyone to thrive in.
Yeah, so it does sound that, I mean, obviously technology is taking over everywhere, but would you say that some people are not being left behind in this drive? Seems to be a fast drive. Look at the example you just gave there. You know how you can go and then a machine would take your skin and tell you what the issue or possible solution could be. Would you say that Africa, for instance, is on an even drive with the rest of the world in this issue of product design and the use of technology?
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, as an African myself, we are in charge of this revolution, of this change. It's our job as Africans to bring this infrastructure back home and see how we can do this in marketing too. We have a lot of amazing companies, African companies that are doing well globally. Flutterwave, for example, they make payments cross borders very easy. Lemfi is another amazing company doing well. So I don't think African companies are left behind. Most recently, I saw an African company that it uses AI to tell bedtime stories for children, and it tells it in your local language. I think in Yoruba. So I think we are not being left behind. We are actually at the forefront of it. We have a lot of Africans that are doing well globally and nationally too. So we are competing with the world.
Well, it's good to hear that, but I mean, adoption would also be another thing. But I mean, when you look at different lines of careers and all of that, how much adoption would you say has been done, you know, with some of this product design and technology?
Um, by adoption, if I can ask a follow-up question, what do you mean by
Yeah,
adoption?
so I mean, like, I'm a journalist, for instance. By adoption, how much of it have I used on my production today, or is it my presentation? You know, as in using it in my daily tasks and living.
Yeah. So an example is we are on this call on Zoom. As a product designer, it was a product designer's idea to make it as seamless as so. You go on Zoom. It's very easy to find the button to make a call. If you need to send me a text message or a message, it's easy for you to find the chat function. Also, sometimes if you're speaking to international clients or international people, you might not really understand what they say. So you have that inbuilt caption on your screen for accessibility. And also you use your gadgets, you use things like Netflix. A product designer actually is in charge of making sure that it's intuitive enough and user friendly. Your banking app to send money from point A to point B, it's a product designer's job to make sure that a user is able to pick up the app and understands the app without anyone teaching them how to use it. So you see a lot of people in Nigeria use things that were designed by product designers daily. And so yeah, it's actually very easy to adopt.
Yeah, well, and I'm glad you made that example. User friendly, I think that's the word. Is that the trend these days? So you don't need to be a pro, before you can actually get the product and actually use it, especially those ones on devices and gadgets and social media and all.
Yeah. I mean, as we evolve towards the more technology phases, a lot of people are losing attention spans, and so it's our duty as designers to actually keep it as simple as possible, reduce cluster, and allow users to focus more. So an example is TikTok. Anyone can use TikTok because when you go on TikTok, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to search. You don't have to input anything. It just feeds you with informations. And sometimes you get stuck on there for hours and you get reminded, oh, you have to take the time off. So that is our job as designers to stay with the trend, understand the human behavior, understand that what people want at this particular time and give it to them.
And
Another example would be Instagram. If you notice on your Instagram, if you send a message to a particular person and you are watching a video, underneath of the video, you'd see sent to this person. So it just makes everything very easy for you, making sure that everyone can use it, everyone will be happy, and everyone will find satisfaction while using that product.
yeah, can I also feel that you have invaded my privacy? That means you're always picking up data, of consumers or potential consumers at every point in time.
Yeah, so that is why there are regulatory bodies like GDPR that ensures that these companies do not do anything fishy with your data. That's why you have countries like USA trying to ban TikTok because they're scared of the amount of data that they have. And so they want that data to remain in the state and not go to countries like China where they can weaponize those data. So we have companies that make sure that regulate those data. If you go to websites, you see something called cookies. So companies are just requesting or asking for your permission for them to use certain parts of your data for certain things. And so, yeah.
So, but with this ease, and adoption that's growing, don't you see a time perhaps when product designers are not so important anymore because everybody can basically go watch the data, collate it, and do whatever I want to do by myself?
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as that. Um, anyone with the necessary skill can do that. But it's not about data. There are specific skills you need to be able to get that data and analyze that data. A big part of what we do is user research. So we have to understand who our users are, their demographics, what they are doing, what they want to achieve, and how we can create products that better serves them. So no, to answer your question, it's not going to take away um, our skills as product designers.
Yeah, maybe I'll take up your job very soon. Well, anyway,
No,
thank
no.
you so much, EGK Jude, product designer, for your time with us on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have an amazing day.
You too.